He's playing against Rill, who's playing a blue-white kind of Miracle Stoneblade-esque deck. It's kind of a hybrid, honestly. He has top in play, as you can see, in Shackles, so it looks like he's more of a controlling deck, but he has Terminus in the sideboard, so it's a little all over.
Loves a rest in peace.
Yes.
And makes a lot of sense right now because of all the treasure cruising that's going on. Also, we just had Dredge win it open, and we had Eric on camera earlier beating a Dredge opponent.
Yes. So we'll see what Rill can put together here. Now, this is a big tournament. That win for Brad was very big, obviously, because now he'll probably be able to draw in the top 8. And for Rill, if he wins, he'll probably be able to draw in the top 8. Brad's in 13th place on the Season 4 leaderboard. Rill is in 16th. These players are moving on up.
Yeah, these are all big matches. And if you want to talk, we talked a little earlier about cards in Legacy that don't get played relative to their power level. Vedalken Shackles, this is a Magic card. It's hard to play because you have to play with a bunch of islands, and there's a deck building cost there, but Blue-Red Delver player may not be able to really play against this card.
Yeah. Like, there's not a lot they can do once this gets in play. Young Pyromancer, take it. Swiftspear, take it. You know, you have to have some unbelievable turns. It contorts the way they play, especially if they don't have any artifact removal. They can't really work their way through this.
So, Seal of Doom is actually kind of sort of a game design mistake. Not that that card's very powerful, but it is frustrating having something on the table that says the next creature you're going to play gets killed at a moment's notice.
Sure.
So Seal of Doom's not really that great of a design. You know what's even worse than your next creature dies?
Vedalken Shackles.
Your next creature gets stolen.
Yeah.
Your creature after that gets stolen.
Yeah, this
your creature after that gets stolen.
This belongs to me, and so does that. Actually, you can have this one back because I want your better creature now.
Right.
Force of Will and Spellpiercer, the cards in Branstetter's hand. Gonna spin the top here, will Rill. I suppose it's not the most fun gameplay experience.
On-board control Magic? Not really that great a gameplay. That's okay. As Jacob draws a creature he can't cast for the rest of the game, probably.
You have some strong feelings about Shackles, I can see.
Well, it's one of those things, as a competitive player, you know, it's one of those things where, all right, well, the deck building cost is high, and you can always just blow the thing up, and we can play games against this. It's all good stuff. You know, we can play against this card in competitive games. It's not really ruining that much. But in terms of we're at our kitchen table, kind of playing with whatever cards we own, Vedalken Shackles is pretty horrible.
It can be frustrating. As you mentioned, there are deck building costs. You have to play a lot of islands, but you were probably going to do that anyway.
Exactly. It is perhaps the lowest deck building cost in any Eternal format. It's play with a lot of blue cards.
Yeah, fair enough. This card should probably see a lot more play.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I mean, it's a lot of mana in Legacy, and even the decks it's good against usually have Spell Pierce and Daze, so that's a challenge. But when you get to positions like this, I'm not sure Jacob can even really, like, I don't think he can realistically play against this card unless he blows it up.
Yeah. He can't play creatures. He can't overwhelm it. Like, the only thing that's really jumping to my mind is if he does something like play a Young Pyromancer and then, like, a bunch of spells.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only way that he can really work his way through it. It's a great tool for Rill to have against these Blue-Red Delver decks, which are super popular.
And even in the scenario you're describing, which is his way to play around it, it's not like Vedalken Shackles is bad. He gets to take a token, and Jacob, if he attacks, tokens trade, and then the Shackles is unlocked.
Yep.
So it's not even bad in the he successfully played it around scenario you described.
If you're getting ready for Grand Prix New Jersey, this might be a card to consider, as Blue-Red Delver is likely going to be a very popular deck. So this might be a fun way to try to go about beating him, as Rill has really got his opponent in what feels like a really hard lock right now. True Nemesis is a card they can't get off the table. Rest in Peace is going to take care of the graveyard. Has Shackles in play with the necessary islands. Don't know the exact contents of his hand, but it doesn't look like Branstetter can do very much right now.
The sleeper hold has been applied.
Yeah, it's a slow one. There are no ropes.
Take it all in.
Yeah.
He's about to reveal his hand, I think.
I think so, too.
It's okay.
He's got a Delver. One of the things, this is spin the top. Yeah, there's a level of frustration here for Jacob that is very high, as he's going to go down to 2.
Whatever. Sometimes in Legacy, this kind of thing's going to happen to you.
It's very true.
You got to know this going in. Sometimes your hand's going to be a creature that you can't play in the face of an on-board control Magic, 2 bolts against an untargetable creature, a treasure cruise, and your graveyard's nuked for the rest of the game. You're going to get it all done to you at some point.
Gonna untap, pass, attack. and that's a copy of Dual Caster Mage. He just wanted to show it. He just wanted to show it. You hear me?
The artwork on that is so similar to the 10th edition Shivan Dragon. I was like, what the hell is that? But yeah, that makes much more sense. That makes a lot more sense that it's a Dual Caster Mage.
I promise it is not.